Right, good evening everyone and welcome to round 3 of season 5 in FTRL. We are at Canada for this week in all 3 tiers, Division 1, 2 and Performance. Division 1 go first, and joining me tonight is Rich T Gaming aka Dan. Welcome buddy.
Pleasure to be here, mate.
So we've got 17 drivers in the lobby tonight. A fairly short lap. What do you reckon we'll see?
For qualifying or the overall race?
Well, start with qualifying and then we'll discuss the race.
I feel like qualifying's going to be massively close for Division 1. 110s, a couple in the 111s, because not everyone likes this track. But yeah, I think it's going to be fairly close. I think I have a favourite for qualifying, which would be Aaron. So yeah, how would you feel that qualifying's going to go?
Yeah, I think Aaron's maybe a fair shout to be in contention for the pole. We have got Bad Boy in Division 1 now, so he's a bit of a qualifying specialist. So I reckon that could be your front row.
Regarding the race, it's really easy to just crash into any wall. You can get oversteer off any corner, and the walls are so close to the actual exits of the corner. So it wouldn't surprise me if a few damaged front wings were lying about. Regarding... Sorry.
So the other thing we need to bear in mind is that corner cutting is quite a tricky one around here. I think we're going to see quite a few time penalties.
Onto the podium, just move out of the way for Aaron.
Yeah, we've got some times coming in. We've got a couple of mid-10s coming.
Yeah. Okay, Tico and Ollie P have just come together there. I think Ollie P has wing damage. I'm not sure with the Force India. We'll look at that, sir. Bottom right.
Ollie, yeah, Ollie's got wing damage. Both sides.
Yeah, Tico picked up a penalty for that, grid place penalty. It's currently sat at P2. Sat in the middle of the track, just get out of the way. Let everyone else do the qualifying laps. We've got Fear going fourth. What you say? Okay, there goes Fear.
I say there's something we were fearing.
Connection issues. Onto the podium. He was out, but he did get out of the way of Aaron, so not sure what happened there. Maybe he just didn't want to put one in. He might even start the super soft yet, we don't know.
Well, I mentioned corner cutting, he could have invalidated.
Very true.
Is Panda going to finish this lap? Or is it an in lap?
Houdini's coming for his...
Panda moves up to P4 with a 10.8.
Very good lap.
So we've got Dutch Tricks and Bad Boy currently occupying the top 2 spots, separated by 19 100ths of a second.
Houdini stays 10th. Wouldn't surprise me if he did come in this way. Ollie P's just come out.
We'll take a lap with... I was going to say we'll take a lap with Car World, but he's taken an alternative line. He's taken a damn line.
Yeah, send him the track update. That wasn't on there though.
Just trying to find someone that's going to be on a lap. Right, looks like onto the podium starting one. It's a very smooth opening to the lap. Now he's got that sprint down to the chicane and the wall of champions.
Very good exit out of the hairpin. Yeah, we've had a inside bit of news from Thea. His PlayStation just shut itself off apparently.
Well, that was useful.
It's had a very clean lap here.
It's been a very tidy lap. 11-1.
Hit that kills on that. Fear's back. Aaron's out on his out lap coming around the hairpin. $21 thousandths between Dutch Tricks and Bad Boy. Tico does have a...
Yeah. I think Dutch was just starting his lap, but I think he's cut turn 1. Yep, he's backed off. He's invalidated that straight out the box.
Yeah, he did. Invalidated lap. Doesn't say how much he's left. Some internet issues. I believe Bad Boy is the yellow flag in...
Yeah, Bad Boy is cruising around on this outlap. Taking a leisurely 80 or 90 mile an hour plod around the circuit.
77 goes fastest with a 110.2. Completely gets out of the way of Camis.
Right, we'll go on board with Dutch Tricks, see if he can respond to John's lap.
11 thousandths quicker.
Well, he's 500ths up on his personal best at the moment. It's gonna be fine margins.
I'm not sure what happened to John, but he's retired anyway. Tika goes quickest with a 110 dead. It's a great lap.
Well, Napler in the chat has said a 109.8 for pole.
Be some lap if that is the case. Garney's just retired. Trizzy's just retired.
Yeah.
The Stanboard is Aaron.
Dutch invalidated his lap coming through the chicane.
Aaron's got one more go of it. On 10-3.
Bad boy coming towards the end of his lap. He's down at the hairpin.
Has his Angry Panda right behind him. Onto the podium coming down the straight. Aaron's obviously not happy with that lap. Onto the podium, stays where he is. Angry Panda.
Bad boy to the line. Doesn't improve.
Neither does Panda. I think it was an invalidation for him. Panda's just run onto the grass. He almost took fear out then, but didn't want to braked.
Yeah, I'm not sure Bad Boy's going to improve this lap either. He had a massive power slide out of turn 2.
I think luckily for Aaron, he will be boosted up to 5th due to Tico's grid penalty with that collision with, I believe it was Ollie P coming into exit of turn 2.
Yeah, Panini in the chat didn't seem impressed with Tico's etiquette on his in-lap.
Yeah, he was
Parked it in the middle of the road. Yeah, I think I did see it.
Bad boy. Lightning quick through there. You can get an invalidation for touching the world champions, but
he did improve.
What a lap.
And that is with the massive power slide out of turn 2.
What a lap.
So how much quicker could he have been without that?
Don't even want to think about it.
So Bad Boy takes pole and he'll be joined by his teammate John on the front row, with Tico taking a 5-place penalty will drop him to P7. So Dutch Tricks and Aaron will be 3rd and 4th. Button and Car World will be 5th and 6th. Then it will be Tico, Angry Panda, Fear onto the podium, Panini, AMK, Katamise, Houdini, Ollie P, Trizzy and Tice. Trizzy and Tice not setting lap times.
Who do you think is going to win the race then?
Well, Bad Boy and John look to have good pace. I'm wondering if we could see a battle of the Red Bulls today.
Won't surprise me. Put in the chat as well. Who do you think is going to win? Obviously, if you're driving, please drive. Grid's a bit messed up there for me. Said Bad Boy was in 10th.
Everyone looks like they're away cleanly. Bad Boy holds the lead. Oh, and Aaron's just crashed into the back of John and lost the right hand side of his wing.
That looks like all of it as well.
Dutch Tricks has lost some of his
wing.
wing.
Down. Carworld spun. And Angry Panda. Just a lot of front wing gone there. Panda hasn't lost any, I don't think. Twice. Up into 15th. Camis has started on the softs. Aaron's going to defend that position from Dutch Tricks.
They're both carrying wing damage.
Yeah. Okay, so they're both going to come into the pits. If so,
And Aaron's being
gonna...
attacked from both sides. Yep.
I think he's just stopped that.
Aaron's backed out of it to get to the pit lane.
That's the first penalty.
That was Fear coming through the final corner, clattered into the wall of champions.
No damage though. Oh, no buttons. Just got past him there. Podium. He's up in 7th. Fear's lagging all over the place, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm not seeing good things from Fear right now.
He's crashed into every wall, but I know that's not the case. Definitely be on the phone to the engineers. Oh, I think XRL button is underneath the map.
Yep, he's under the track. What on earth is going on here?
X-Files music has to be inserted there. Podium looks to defend this. I think he's going for. He's been forced a bit there.
And unsurprisingly, Dale's lagged out.
Oh, so's John.
So's John.
Bad Boy's already got 2.6 second advantage. Let's see where Aaron is. He's currently 14th with super softs. With more front wing damage, I think that is. Whether or not they repaired it. He's straight back into the pits.
Trizzy's in the pits with wing damage.
John has Houdini. He's in the pits with. That can't be right. I don't. It's saying he's got intermediates on.
Yeah, I'm seeing that as well. And it's not just on his car, it's on the tower on the left as well. So, I don't know what on earth has happened there.
Okay, I'm not an expert, but the track doesn't seem wet enough to drive on for intermediates.
No, I mean, there are a few clouds about, but it's definitely not raining at the moment.
I mean, whether he's doing that to have a laugh, I mean, that's not good considering he's an admin. Yellow in sector 3, I believe that is Pagani. Something's happened with him. Front right damage. Must have been a collision with Trizzy.
And Trizzy's just come back out of the pits with a new wing.
And it's just gone past Houdini. If he doesn't come back in this lap, then we know he's kind of doing it for a while.
Button's back in the pit lane. They didn't change. And that was an out lap, they didn't change his wing.
I mean, Houdini's just retired.
Yep, he's pulled over.
Tico closing up to the back of Dutch Tricks now. Onto the podium, up into 5th, bit more of his kind of start, I think you'd say.
Yep.
And Heist has got right out of the way of Angry Panda there.
We've got Dutch Tricks carrying on with that front left wing damage. And I think it's maybe starting to cost him a bit because Bad Boys pulled a 3-second lead in front.
And Tico's right behind him.
Panini's taken a straight 10-second penalty for corner cutting and retired.
I'm not sure what's going on with this lobby today.
Not sure how he's managed to face that way.
Trizzy is also retired in the pit lane. So Aaron's just going to want to look to plough ahead on these supers. Try not to get a penalty.
Well, we've got Tice who's reserving again, just quietly driving around. He's up into 8th place at the moment.
I mean, he doesn't like us saying, but then he did say to me that he doesn't mind it, so you know, he does quietly go about his business in Div 1. He does get unlucky in Div 2.
Yeah, that wing damage really is taking a negative effect on Dutch Tricks. He's dropped to 4th.
There goes the slipstream. Yeah, onto the podium is catching his teammate as well. Nice helicopter shot of onto the podium there. But yeah, it's been a bit hectic these opening 6 laps. That gap is coming down between Aaron and Catamies. OP does have wing damage on the left, is that? I can never tell with the Force Indias.
Yeah, the left hand side of that wing is damaged.
Yeah. But yeah, not lagging from what I can see. Can onto the podium. Secure a podium.
He'll kill you for saying that, you realise this.
This is for all his puns about the World Cup earlier. Despite that, Dutch is pulling away from him a bit.
So just looking at the top 5, and you've got AMK sat in the middle there on the super soft tyre.
He's in a great position.
It's not a bad place to be. He's just under 8 seconds off of Bad Boy. So I don't know what the weather's going to be doing, but it looks like it's getting greyer up there.
Yeah, there's just a few spots of blue sky, but I mean, from the looks of it, it is not internet connection. It does look like people are just walling out of the session, but could be anything.
Okay, we've got Dell closing in on Tice.
Tice won't want to make a meal of this.
And Car World's within, well, he's in DRS range of Ollie P, and Catamies is in DRS range of Car World. As Tice just opens the door for Dell to go through at the hairpin.
It's been like twice now.
We'll go and look at the 3-way battle for P10. As Angry Panda picks up a 3-second time penalty. Got to keep an eye on those because they could play a major part at the end of this.
So Carwood's kind of in the best position here as he's got supers on.
He's definitely got the advantage over Ollie with having all of his front wing at the moment.
Orange pushing very hard now to catch up to these. John catching up to onto the podium.
Got Catamy sitting just behind these two waiting for the move to happen.
John, who's got DRS on the podium.
Carwell to the
38.
outside of Ollie.
Can John get the move done? Kinda.
Carwell's got the move done on Ollie. Academy's going to have a look into the final chicane. Yep, Ollie backs out of that one wisely.
John's just trying to kind of better the exits onto the podium. The case of at the top 5, apart from AMK, because he won't be pitting for a while, who does pit first?
Well, if John sits behind onto the podium for much longer, he may try the undercut, although he has got a good runner coming down to the chicane. You'll look for the better exit.
Smart man's not dive on there. You kind of walk over the inside there. No.
Connor stays to the outside.
Oh,
Contact.
outside. John's gone. I think John did just kind of turn in. Kind of did come in deeply, but not a lot that could be done about that. Ollie P pits, wing damage. Aaron will get the jump on him. But just looking at Dutch Tricks as well, he'll definitely want to get that wing damage sorted out, so he'll have an extra 6 seconds in the pits than everyone else.
Yeah, so that will probably drop him to around. He might just about stay in front of Angry Panda.
Yeah. Panda was involved in an incident in turn 1. I think it was with one of the Ferraris, I think it was Carwell. He came out of it unscathed, whereas Carwell came out with wing damage. 5 second stop go for John.
In the pit
So
lane.
he's trying to get the jump onto the podium, so need a good lap here from onto the podium if he does pit. AMK going about his business on the super softs, but that gap has come down between Tico and Bad Boy. Do you reckon it's going to rain? Clouds are definitely getting darker.
Yeah, I'm not seeing as many patches of blue anymore.
Yeah. Dutch Tricks.
Although some of the
Doesn't
tyre
fit.
selections are saying to me not for a while yet if it does.
Yeah. The issue is, Dutch Tricks and onto the podium are going to have to sort out who's going in the pits when. Oh, I almost lost it there in turn 2. But John, did he have wing damage?
Don't
No, he
think
just
he
lost
had
the
wing
lights.
damage, he just...
It's that turn 1 incident, wasn't it? Tice. Not going to want to make a lot of fight with these. Okay, so Bad Boy and Tico both pit same time. Oh, Bad Boy changes front wing, so Tico's going to get a jump on him. Bad Boy goes on the... Oof.
Yeah, just about. So AMK takes over the lead.
If Ghostin wasn't a thing, there would have been a massive collision there in the pits.
So yeah.
Bad Boy's going to the end on those softs. Onto the podium.
Well, I think Bad Boy's just answered the weather question.
What's that?
I think it's going to stay dry. And Dale spun.
Oh no.
That's what, turn 6, turn 7.
Oof. There's a lot of people there who could have been
Yeah,
wiped
so
out.
many cars came through at that moment.
Onto the podium, Willie Pitt. We shall see. He does.
He does indeed.
So,
And Tico's back in the pit lane.
oh, he's damaged
Got
his front left.
Left front wing, yep.
Bad Boy's got the jump back on him there. Connor's going to the end on supers. And John's left a session again. With front left wing damage. Doesn't look intentional at the moment, but Dale's now in the pits. That spin would have ruined those ultras. And Aaron is...
The two Haas cars are getting very close to one another.
Oh,
And
just
they
kind of been
touch.
shut out there. Connor onto the podium was shut out a bit there.
Yeah, Dutch Tricks tried to put the squeeze on Connor.
Tico's gone back on ultras. They are not going to make it to the end.
That he's not on ultras.
Oh, is he not? He's on ultras
He's
on
on
my screen.
He's on the super soft. So yes, the spectator glitch as he launches it up the inside of onto
Does
the
he
podium.
Does he still have wing damage for you?
He does. Yep.
Do you reckon that's a light green?
I think that will be at least yellow.
Yeah. So whether they've decided Dale's retired, he's just
Wheel
out.
off. That's on the approach to the hairpin.
And Aaron, quietly going about, he's into the points now, chasing down Catamies. John's gone.
Aaron on the recovery after that lap 1 pit stop.
Yeah. Tico hits the wall. He's watched that.
He's clipped the wall again on the right hand side.
Could be nerves, could be damage. Connor's going to look to get a really good exit out of here.
Further down the field we've got Catamies behind Tice. There's Buttons back in the pit lane. That one looks more scheduled. And Cat's missing the left part of his front wing. I didn't notice that before. Then Aaron's on the back of this as well now.
just realised I didn't even see AMK going to the pits. He's on softs, unless that's a spectator glitch.
No, he's on softs.
But he's only 1.6 behind Bad Boy. And Aaron gets to jump on both.
Tice moving out of the way for Catamies, I think, distracted him a little bit, and he ran wide into the hairpin. It just opened the door for Aaron. So, opportunistic piece of driving from Aaron. He's up into P8.
Connor's kind of keeping on to Tico here. As Chica's tyres start to die, that front wing will play an even bigger part than it already is. But Dutch Trick's keeping a gap. Angry Panda on the back of Carwold.
Yep, Connor's still within that sort of half to 3/4 of a second of Tico as well. Carwold's in the pit lane.
I'm not sure what he's in for, there's no wing damage.
Right. Well, that's his second pit stop.
I don't think Academy's also coming to the pits. Their Sev Ultras.
Yo, is Cat taking a front wing? Looks like he has done.
Yeah.
Because he was definitely missing the left hand side of that.
Yeah, Cat's on Ultras.
Now, we saw onto the podium and Dutch Tricks touch a couple of laps ago. Dutch Tricks has caught up to the back onto the podium. So the two Haas cars look like they're going to go wheel to wheel again.
I don't think Connor will make it so easy this time round. That gap between AMK and Bad Boy, it has...
Dutch is up the inside at the hairpin.
Oof.
It's now a drag race to the chicane. But
Dutch has got DRS.
and in trying to defend Dutch, Connor fell out of the RS range of Tico by the look of it.
Yeah. Aaron up into 7th. It's a Carwold pit for an unknown reason. Race is in the pits. He took his supers as far as they can go.
Now if Connor can get a good exit out of the hairpin, he'll have the DRS this time round.
Gets a good exit.
But Dutch Tricks got DRS off of Tico.
I don't think Connor wanted any dirty air coming into that chicane with the Wall of Champions. But Angry Panda is closing the gap on this as well.
Aaron's back in the pit lane. This is planned because he put on the super softs on the end of lap 1. So he was always on the 2 stop from there.
Yeah, Aaron's going to come out ahead. Where is he?
It's going to be close. But yep, he just stays ahead of Ollie P and Button.
Good pit there. Connor's fallen off a bit, but these two are going to continue battling, Tico and Dutch Tricks. Connor's fallen out of DRS range.
Okay, Bad Boy is now encountering lapped traffic. And he's got AMK 2.5 seconds behind him.
And AMK's teammate is ahead of Bad Boy. Tico's still with that front wing damage, holding off Dutch Tricks.
Yeah, but for how much longer? Tico's picked up a penalty at the final chicane. And Bad Boy's just picked one up as well. Bad Boy still hasn't cleared Catamies.
No.
He's been behind Cat for a little while now, so I'm wondering whether Catamies is going to be getting a time penalty soon for ignoring blue flags.
Aaron sets fastest lap for 1:11.
Those fresh ultras working their magic.
Dutch Tricks and Tico. Tico goes a bit slow for
still as they were. I'm wondering if Tico's just slowed it down that little bit more to try and delay Dutch's throttle application, just to make him a little bit slower out of the hairpin.
Dutch went bloody fast through there.
He's up the inside into 1. Lovely move.
Tico, 4/10. Some arguing going on. Tico's. I mean, he's still got the damage front wing, but He's doing well with it, to be
I
honest.
say he's keeping a reasonable pace. And there's the blue flag penalty for Catamise.
I don't think it's
But
ignoring.
the thing is, it says ignoring blue flags, but to be fair, Bad Boy hasn't really been troubling Catamise to overtake him. He hasn't really been close enough. The game is really harsh in that respect.
If that was the case, I mean, that gap between MK and Bad Boy would have come down, but it hasn't really.
No, it's stayed pretty static at around that 2.3 to 2.7. Well, John down in 13th place is still experiencing connection issues. He's in and out of this lobby like he's doing the hokey cokey.
Fair play to him though. He just continued to start.
Yeah, he's still going round.
But in fairness, Dutchtrick's only a second ahead of Tico, and Tico isn't really he's not going attacking, but that front wing damage, well, there's another 5-second penalty. For the same reason, but again, it's just... this game amazes me. So we have to cough. Sorry about that.
That's alright. Not much has happened. Bad Boy's still behind Cat.
The yellow in sector 1. No idea what that could have been. So Cat is same gap and another penalty. He's finally just gone really wide to let him through. But so got a bit uncomfortable then. I think the major thing as well, it's like you said, this place is penalty galore. So
yeah, I think they're definitely gonna play a part in the final outcome of this. I'm not going to look.
I mean, I could go through the list, but I might get to the end of the race by the time I finished it.
Some of us have got to go to bed. We've got work in the morning.
I know Kat has got 3.
Haven't got all night for you to go through that list.
Rough estimate on how many you're going to get tomorrow?
If I get less than 15 seconds worth of corner cutting penalties, I'll be happy. The place I get them is the turn, is it 4 and 5 chicane?
Is that where you go kind of down the slope?
Yeah, sort of just after the
Yeah.
pit exit, that chicane.
Yeah.
That one always gets me.
You can either take too much of the right and get a warning, and then end up on the grass.
I'll say you'll do what I do. You take too much of the right hander and end up cutting the left hander and incorrecting it. Tico's closed right up to the back of Dutch Tricks through the first couple of corners on this lap.
5 laps left. Well, 6, but... AMK's coming up to the back of his teammate now.
So, if things stay as they are, AMK, I believe, will take the lead in the Drivers' Championship, because with current leader Oxhox not here, he's currently on 33 points, with Aaron in second on 30 points. Aaron, as it stands, is only going to pick up 4. So AMK currently sitting...
He's on the grass, off the hairpin. I'm not sure what's happened there. Sorry to cut you off.
No, look, yeah. Looks like he just lit it up coming out of the hairpin.
On my screen it still says he has ultras on, sorry, but...
Yeah, he's still on the super softs and he's into the pit lane.
So Aaron's going to pick up a place, so...
Yeah, so Aaron now looks like he may be picking up 6 points. But AMK, currently third in the championship on 27, is going to pick up 18, so that's going to propel him to the top of the standings.
Where would Aaron stay? Would he move down?
Aaron, I think, would stay in second because Scuba in fourth and John in fifth. Scuba's not here and John's not scoring tonight as it is.
How many points is Aaron on?
Aaron is currently on 30.
So Bad Boy will come straight into that with 25.
Yep.
This is all if it finishes how it is. I'm not meaning to jinx anyone or...
Yep. If it stays as it is, Bad Boy will jump straight into 4th place in the championship.
I don't want to sound like Martin Keown or Clive Tilsley, which you need one game. But yeah, the Tice is on the back of Ollie P. Second behind. The gap between one another's coming down quite a bit. Tico's gone back into the pits.
And his car's currently ghosting.
Will he retire? I don't think so. But they changed his swing definitely. I think he might have just come back in for that.
Well, that's Ollie and Tice going through.
And there's a Red Bull. Oh, it's a meeting outside there, so... Unless that's John. Which it isn't, I believe that's Bad Boy.
No, it's Bad Boy. It's the race leader coming around to lap Tico now. Tico straight onto the back of Tice.
Tice doesn't look to be putting up much of a fight today. Said before, this isn't his league, but guarantee if he was behind him tomorrow he would not give it up.
He would park the bus.
Sounds familiar, that saying.
It does, doesn't it? So yeah, Tico makes his way past Tice, who has a... Oh, what's happened to... Right, Button's got some lag because on my screen he just lost it at the hairpin.
Yeah, he's been struggling today. Visiting the underside of Canada's track.
Yeah, he's been exploring the track limits somewhat.
I'll have to hire him onto my team. Camis is just penalties galore today.
Yep.
Is he retiring? No, he's just had a lot of stop goes.
Tico's just got the move done on Ollie.
Bit too much of a gap for him to close down Aaron. And Carwood's just slammed into the World Champions.
And it looks like Button is going to have the final point off of Tice.
Oh, I don't know. Oh, maybe he will. Oh, turn the inside. Tice is. I'm gonna let him have it there. He doesn't. Yeah, he's not. Tice isn't first.
Now, Tice, like I say, Tice knows this isn't his championship. He's just using it as track time.
Yeah, bit of screen time as well. He loves it. Got Connor, he's maintained that gap on his teammate. About 2 tenths there.
Yeah, well, I think that's going to about do it for on-track battles, as the leaders are currently at the end of Sector 1 on their final lap. And Bad Boy, barring any major incident or penalties, looks like he's going to pick up the Div 1 win tonight. He's on his way down to the final chicane for the last time. Shall we address driver of the day now quickly?
Can I have a look at position change? Driver got to be AMK or onto the podium. I'm gonna say AMK / onto the podium. They've both raced brilliantly today. What about you?
I'm going to say AMK for my driver of the day. But Bad Boy takes the win, lights to flag victory.
Dutch Tricks.
AMK in P2. Dutch Tricks is going to cross the line in P3. But Connor gets it on penalties. So
your prediction?
We're going to say it. Onto the podium. He's on the podium.
See, I didn't jinx him.
Sorry, Connor. I've said it. But yeah.
Angry Panda's also overtaken Dutch Tricks.
Angry Panda, yeah.
Aaron's up to P6.
Aaron up to P6. Which, in fairness, that's a good recovery drive from Aaron.
Yeah. He's on board with Tico. Oof. So, good result there for the top 3. So yeah, Dutch Tricks got about 15 seconds worth of penalties, which took him from 3rd to 5th.
Carwell had 18 seconds worth.
Tice was the only person not to get penalties in that race. So, great drive from him. Yeah.
Yeah, well, like we said, time penalties were going to play a part, and they promoted Connor from 4th into a podium position. So it just shows if you can keep it relatively clean as far as your track limits go, there are positions to be had.
Okay, so second step of the podium cannot join the podium interview, so we do need a replacement for that.
Well, you have to do the invites because it's your party.
Right, so I'm going to invite the league owner, if that's okay with you.
I've got no issue.
Yeah, so Bad Boy, Aaron, and onto the podium. Just wait for those to join. Apologies for that, I didn't realise I was party owner. Welcome all three.
You sound delighted.
Oh, we're just delighted because you're here, Connor.
I spent a lot of time coming.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
Are all our voices being shared?
I believe so, mate.
Okay,
I'm all good.
let's get rolling then. So podium interviews. We'll start with our race winner, Bad Boy. Pole position with a stunning lap. It looked like you had a massive slide coming out of turn 2. How did you manage to recover the time, which I imagine you would have lost there?
Well, obviously you saw the power slide. I think I lost a tenth and then through the turn 4 chicane, I took that a lot quicker than last time, and then I knew through the second chicane I took it a lot more cautiously on the first lap just so I could get a lap in, not invalid. Then the second time I just flew straight through it and then ended up just getting a 1.9.
Yeah, well, it was a stunning lap, and you led that race from lights to flag. Was it as controlled as it looked?
No, because I did get 2 penalties in that race, and I got worried because AMK got like within 2 seconds every single time. Catamies was really annoying, not getting out my way.
Yeah, well,
He kept me dirt, yeah.
he took about 15 seconds of time penalties for that.
Yeah, he kept giving me dirt, yeah, which dragged AMK forward towards me, and then once I actually got past him, I was able to get away from AMK and still win on penalties.
Did you take wing damage? Because I'm sure at your pit stop I saw your wing change.
Yeah, I think on lap 12 on the downhill chicane, turn 4, I turned in too early, tried to correct it, and then got oversteer and just slammed into the wall.
Just clipped the wall, yeah.
A few laps later.
Okay, so your first race back in Division 1, do you see yourself as a title contender with that?
As long as Ox doesn't make any race, that's fine. I think I might do well.
Okay, well, Dan, you got anything?
No, I think you covered it there. We'll move on to 3rd place. Connor, congratulations.
Thanks.
There was an incident in turn 6 and 7 with you and Dutch Tricks where I think you was on the inside. Do you want to talk us through that?
So I managed to beat him out of the pit somehow, and then he went for my inside, so I just gave him the inside. I didn't see much point in fighting, but stayed on the inside just because I didn't really want to slow down. I didn't feel like I had to, and he just turned in on me. I don't feel there's a lot more I could have done.
I think he had wing damage coming out of the pits, but managed to get the podium on penalties, which is always good.
Yeah, just kept it clean.
Yeah, I noticed that. How did you feel the overall race went for you?
It was pretty boring, really. I didn't feel like I was the quickest at any point. I literally just completed laps and didn't cut many corners. And then, thanks to everyone crashing into each other at the start, I found myself in 5th at the start and sort of just stayed in the top 5 until the end.
obviously this is the first race you scored points in, so you'll be very happy to kind of make up for the last couple of races with the podium. What are your kind of ambitions for the rest of the season?
Hopefully not lag and just score points throughout the season. Yeah, as long as my internet holds up, I feel like I can just continue to score points in every race, really.
Okay. So, anything to add?
Nope, I think that's all covered. And yeah, just to confirm, Connor, you beat Dutch Tricks out of the pits because he did have to take a wing change.
Ah, right, I did wonder.
Yep, so that's how that happened. So, Aaron's joining us because AMK, who finished P2, couldn't make it. So, you qualified in 5th, Aaron, and it looked like coming out of turn 2, you were up to P3, and then you hit the back of Dutch Tricks, I think, took wing damage, was that right?
Kind of. I mean, my qualifying lap I was quite disappointed with. I bottled it a little bit, which was unsurprising for me. And then going into turn 1, I had a really, really good start. And then coming into turn 2, I was actually behind John. And I think he went to go up the inside of Bad Boy, realised that he weren't going to make it, and he sort of slammed on the brakes a little bit. And I just clattered into the back of him. There wasn't really much I could do about it, to be honest.
No, so that led to a lap 1 pit stop and wing change. So from there on it was a recovery drive, which I think you executed pretty well, getting yourself up to, what was it, P6 in the end?
Yeah, well actually when I went into the pits at the end of lap 1, I didn't change my auto wing change thing, so I actually went to I actually come out of the pits with a new set of tyres and still my broken wing, so I had to pit again at the end of lap 2. So I pitted 3 times in that race.
Well, you weren't the only driver to have to do that.
Yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare, but I mean I was quite happy in the end. It was a shame that I wasn't towards the front, considering it's my favourite track. But last season I bottled it on the second to last lap, and this one I bottled it 2 laps in a row, so I think I might change my opinion on this track.
I'd say it's funny how it seems to be that the tracks you like, it doesn't seem to go well.
No, and I like Belgium, which is next, so I'm worried about that.
And quickly change your opinion on that one, maybe you'll get a podium next time out.
We'll see, mate, fingers crossed.
Right, you got anything to add, Dan?
Regarding performance, are you kind of looking forward to that?
Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying the Performance League at the minute. I mean, the benefit of tonight is obviously with Ox missing and me now coming 6th. I think I've taken the lead in the championship, which is quite a nice little point considering we're a quarter of the way through the season. But in regards to the Performance League, I'm hoping for a cleaner start and seeing what I can do, because I'm normally pretty solid around Canada. So fingers crossed that all goes well on Wednesday.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, mate. Well, wish the best
you,
of
my
luck to
love.
all 3 of you.
Oh, by the way, well done, Bad Boy and Connor.
Thanks.
Right, well I think that concludes the podium interviews then, doesn't it? So join us tomorrow night for Division 2, and Wednesday night we'll have performance to round off Canada Week in FTRL. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll catch you tomorrow.